Two households, who were both quite lacking in dignity, in fair Verona where this scene was laid. As you all no doubt heard from the captain of the guards, Romeo and Juliet were found dead this morning. Romeo by poison and Juliet by stabbing. Many have said, "Oh, what a tragedy! Mere children with their whole lives in front of them ripped apart before they even began." While others may say, "Well, at least the lovers can be together forever, and this feud will never bother them again." I say, however, good bloody riddance. Don't get me wrong, Romeo wasn't just my cousin. He was my best friend. But surely all of you must have noticed what an unbelievably horny bastard the guy was. Just last week he was drenching my shoulders about how some barmaid called Rosaline had refused his advances. And then Romeo goes to that party, and within the hour he's already draped over some other poor naive girl. All of you citizens of Verona will know someone like this. The friend who is always kissing or pining after one girl, and then 5 minutes later he's after his next conquest. I'm telling you, if he had lived, he would have divorced Juliet as soon as possible and run off with Henrietta. Now I, Benvolio, am not so arrogant to say I'm blameless in all of this. However, there are people far guiltier than I. For one, Mercutio. I mean, the guy is the biggest stirrer it would ever be your misfortune to meet. We were all quite happy playing poker and eating pizza at my place, but no! Mercutio suddenly wasn't happy and wanted to go out partying. He got Romeo drunk and dragged him onto that damn ball. And then, as if he had no sense of foreshadowing at all, the man decides to pick a fight with Juliet's cousin Tybalt. Mercutio, being all talk, obviously got himself killed. Romeo then, without listening to a word of reason, decides to kill Tybalt, and therefore the closest person to a brother that Juliet ever had. Which just proves that they were nothing more than stupid teenagers. This leads me quite nicely onto the priest. Now, I've been in love. I've been infatuated. And I must admit, I've been tempted by an early marriage. But whenever it was attempted, we were stopped. Partially because we realized it wouldn't work, but mostly because the priest was able to see that we were reckless teenagers. And even if you think the two were capable of a successful marriage, why would you suggest killing one of them so that their families do not follow them? I mean, surely anyone could see where this is going to go wrong, especially if you fail to tell the husband that his beloved isn't actually dead. But no, he decides to waste the last few moments of both young Romeo and Juliet's life so he can have a lie-in in the morning. Had the man simply told Romeo, or, better yet, suggested a better plan, or, better still, had not left real bottles of poison next to the fake poison that Juliet had drunk, maybe none of this would have happened. Now, finally, Juliet. That sweet, naive 15-year-old girl turned married woman in the space of 36 hours. When you are in love, yes, the temptation to have sex is there. But when you've only known the guy for such a little time, it does come off as a bit, well, slutty. But that's just Romeo. He was always able to change the mind of even the most chaste of girls. For never was there a truer story of players and hoes than that of Juliet and her Romeo.